engineering mistakes that turned out not to be fails. 6. Gisborne Airport. New Zealand is one of the smallest countries in the world, and it's not easy to build large-scale transport facilities. Therefore, the innovative engineers decided to make an airport with a railway line running straight through the middle of it. Located in the Elgin suburb of New Zealand, even the Palmerston North, Gisborne railway line has to wait and look for clearance from the air traffic control tower. It's scary that two different transport frequently cross close enough to each other, but thankfully, there have never been significant accidents. Although the area's traffic is very well controlled, the thought of two kinds of transportation colliding is enough to make even the most experienced travelers nervous. The Gisborne Airport is only used for domestic flights and flights to Australia as opposed to heading out elsewhere in the world. 5. Sydney Opera House. Surprisingly, one of the most iconic structures not only in Australia but all around the world was actually an example of bad project management. According to the original plan, the Opera House was supposed to be built within 4 years with a budget of $7 million Australian dollars. However, after the foundation was laid in 1959, the authorities faced a lot of problems with the construction. The Danish architect Jørgen Knudsen prepared the designs and the construction began after it was approved. But in the middle of the process, the client decided to make some changes in the design of the outer shells. This means the Danish designer had to provide updated plans to builders as they were in the middle of the building process. Unsurprisingly, this led to mistakes being made. The budget kept increasing because of the delay in the construction, disagreements, and impracticality. The frustrated architect Jørgen Knudsen took his blueprint and left the project in the middle, after which 3 Australian engineers were hired to complete the construction of the Opera House. Finally, after 14 years of redesigns, underestimates and cost overruns, the iconic structure was inaugurated by Queen Elizabeth II in 1973. It's a miracle that the building was even made, and in 2003 Knudsen, who never saw the final result of his work, was honored with the Pritzker Prize for Architecture, the most renowned architectural prize in the world. 4. Mekong Railway Market. If you will ever visit Thailand, you will find a busy bustling market and a train passing through it. Visitors walk up and down the line, many taking photos or jostling for a position in anticipation of the coming scene. Then, the loud horn of a train punctuates the air. This is when the magic happens. The vendors quickly fold up their awnings, some scooping up the goods touching the track rails, and everyone evacuates the line as the train slides through, with only centimeters to spare. Then, once the train has safely passed, everything is unfolded and it's business as usual. 6 to 8 trains run directly through the middle of the market every day, and shopkeepers are used to it. The folding market, open daily from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., sits on a small railway line that runs between Mahachai and Mekong stations in Samut Songkhram. They know the schedule of the train and clean up the area beforehand. However, it's worrisome to imagine if trains arrive early or late. Apparently, this hasn't been a big problem so far, but the railway market is known as the most dangerous market in the world. 3. Walt Disney Concert Hall. Even Disney's magic touch didn't work when it comes to completing large projects on time or as originally envisaged. Located in Los Angeles, California, Walt Disney Concert Hall is an internationally recognized architectural landmark and one of the most acoustically sophisticated concert halls in the world. The idea originated when Lillian Disney made an initial donation in 1987 to build a performance venue as a gift to the people of Los Angeles and a tribute to Walt Disney's devotion to the arts and the city. But it wasn't until 11 years later, in 2003, When Lily and Walt welcomed their first guests and the total money spent on it was $274 million, the parking garage alone cost $110 million. Between 1994 and 1996, the construction work had halted due to a lack of funds. And when the work resumed, the expensive and lavish carved stone exterior had to be abandoned and replaced with stainless steel. The Founders Room and Children's Amphitheater were designed with highly polished mirror-like panels. The reflective qualities of the surface were amplified by the concave sections of the Founders Room walls. The resulting heat made some rooms of nearby condominiums unbearably warm, caused the air conditioning costs of these residents to skyrocket, and created hot spots on adjacent sidewalks of as much as 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 degrees Celsius. After receiving complaints, the engineer lightly sanded the panels to eliminate unwanted glare. 2. Glass walkway of the Ponte Vecchio Bridge. Venice is one of the most popular destinations, and one of the things to ensure while building a bridge is that it can cope with lots of people attempting to walk over. Unfortunately, Santiago Calatrava, the architect of the bridge, failed to do so and was fined $150,000 for his faulty design. Inaugurated in 2008, the bridge has been the subject of controversy and protest from the onset, as people were injured crossing this slippery, unstable bridge. Ponte Vecchio's bridge across the Grand Canal caused numerous serious incidents, which resulted in several lawsuits addressed to the administration. In 2018, some of the glass portions were replaced with trachyte stone, but the interventions didn't prevent further accidents. Therefore, the administration raised €500,000 to replace the entire glass surface, arguing that pedestrian safety outweighs aesthetic intentions. However, the bridge was a striking addition to the city's architecture, linking Venice's railway station with the car, bus and ferry terminal of Piazzale Roma. 1. Aeon Center. Formerly the Amaco Building is the fourth largest building in Chicago at 1,100 feet long. But back when it was built in 1973, it was the fourth tallest in the whole world, which made its opening a grand affair. However, the skyscraper had some pretty issues from the beginning of its construction. The whole building was clad in Italian Carrara marble. The problem was that this type of marble was never used in building such a tall structure. Built with 43,000 slabs of Italian marble, the marble quickly began to crumble due to the freeze-thaw cycle and fell onto the streets and nearby buildings. A 350-pound slab of the material fell from the tower on Christmas Day in 1973 and crashed through the roof of the Prudential Center. Aeon Center had to be strapped in stainless steel to prevent the marble from falling off, and the whole structure was eventually resurfaced with a different form of marble.